The alien fleet arrived without sound. Thousands of massive ships drifted out of folded space at the edge of the human system. They moved slowly, like a perfect metal storm frozen in time. Every ship held its place, every light followed strict order. Inside the largest command vessel, the alien admirals gathered in silence. They were tall, pale beings with long limbs and calm eyes. Their kind had ruled wars for centuries. They believed war was math, war was numbers, war was order. Large holograms filled the chamber. Symbols appeared one by one. Enemy ships counted, weapon strength measured, formation strength confirmed. The numbers were clear. The human fleet was small, very small. The admirals felt no fear, only confidence. One admiral stepped forward and spoke in a smooth voice. "Begin the long count." The command echoed through the fleet. Across thousands of ships, alien officers began counting. They counted human ships, they counted human stations, they counted weapon heat and shield strength. They took their time. Time was something they believed they owned. Far inside the human system, a very different room existed. The human command ship was smaller, older, scarred by many past battles. Inside, there were no holograms of pride, no speeches, only people. Men and women sat at their stations. Their faces were calm, focused, quiet. At the center of the room, a large digital clock glowed red. 002745. No one looked at the alien fleet display for long. Most eyes were on the clock. A human commander stood with hands behind his back. His hair was gray. His uniform was simple. He did not raise his voice. "Report," he said. A young officer replied, "Alien fleet has completed arrival. No aggressive movement yet." Another voice followed. "They are counting us, sir." The commander nodded. "Good," he said. "That means they are slow." The clock continued to tick. Back in the alien command chamber, the admirals discussed formation angles. "They are not reacting," one admiral said. "No challenge signal." Another admiral made a sound that meant amusement. "They see the numbers. They know they cannot win." The fleet continued its slow advance. Perfect lines, perfect spacing. Alien war doctrine demanded patience. Why rush when victory was certain? They began recording battle logs. Some even began planning how human space would be divided after the battle. One admiral asked, "Why do the humans not surrender?" Another replied, "Perhaps they are still counting hope." Soft laughter filled the chamber. On the human command ship, no one laughed. The clock changed. 002000. A quiet voice spoke. "All silent systems are ready." Another voice followed. "Deep stations report green status." The commander did not turn. "Hold," he said. The humans waited. The alien fleet moved closer. Sensors showed no change in human movement, no attack, no retreat. The admirals became curious. "Why do they wait?" one asked. "They fear us. Fear slows lesser species." They continued counting. They did not notice small things disappearing from their sensors. Tiny human scout ships blinked out one by one. Alien systems recorded them as retreats. No alarm was raised. The human commander finally looked at the main display. The alien fleet filled the screen, endless, heavy, slow. He spoke softly. "They still think this is a parade." An officer asked, "Sir, should we begin broadcast?" The commander shook his head. "No words," he said. "Words waste time." The clock changed again. 001500. Deep beneath the surface of distant moons, human machines woke up. They had slept for years, some for decades. They did not send signals. They did not glow. They simply waited for time. In the alien fleet, a minor officer noticed something strange. A supply ship failed to respond, then another. The officer reported it. An admiral waved a hand. Minor delay, continue the count. The fleet moved closer. They were now well inside human space. Still no attack. The admirals felt certain. On the human command ship, a technician whispered. They crossed the line. The commander nodded. Mark it, he said. The clock showed 001000. The room felt tighter now. Not fear, focus. Human hands moved faster. Voices became shorter. The alien admirals finally opened a channel. A calm alien voice filled human space. Human leaders, you are surrounded. Your defeat is already calculated. Power down your weapons and accept order. The message repeated. The humans did not answer. The admirals waited. Seconds passed, then minutes. No reply. One admiral frowned. Why do they ignore us? Another replied, perhaps they are deciding who will survive. They returned to counting. On the human command ship, the message was heard. No one reacted. The commander watched the clock. 000500. He spoke one sentence. Final checks. Voices answered quickly. All systems ready. All phases aligned. Waiting on your mark. The commander took a slow breath. The alien fleet was now close enough to see human ships clearly. Small, few, weak. The admirals felt victory near. They finished the count. The result was clear. Overwhelming success. One admiral raised his hand to give the final order. At that exact moment, the human clock reached 0. 000000. The commander spoke. Begin Phase 1. And the war truly began.
Nothing exploded. That was the first thing the alien admirals did not understand. When the human clock reached 0, the alien fleet expected fire. They expected bright weapons, loud signals, and panic. Instead, space remained quiet. The alien admirals waited. Seconds passed. Nothing happened. Some of them felt relief. False threat, one admiral said. They tried to scare us. The fleet continued forward. On the human command ship, no one celebrated. The commander did not smile. He watched the clock again. 0000:58. Phase 1 is active, an officer said. Confirm, the commander replied. Confirmed. Silent actions only. The humans did not fire. They erased. Across the alien fleet, small changes began. Navigation markers shifted by tiny amounts. Sensor readings showed delays measured in fractions of seconds. No alarms sounded. Alien systems marked the changes as errors, ignored. A human scout ship moved through dark space. It did not use engines. It did not send signals. It drifted, carried by math and gravity. It passed under an alien destroyer so close that the alien crew could see nothing but empty stars. The scout dropped a small object, then it was gone. Inside the alien command chamber, the admiral spoke calmly. Human response remains weak. They still hesitate. The count was correct. One admiral began preparing the order for full assault. He paused. Report, he said. A junior officer stepped forward. Minor system delays reported across multiple wings. The admiral clicked his mandibles. Define minor. Navigation drift, sensor lag, no weapons malfunction. The admiral waved him away. Acceptable loss, continue. On the human command ship, the clock moved. 00:00:45. A woman at a console spoke quietly. Enemy logistics tracking shows confusion. Another officer added, "Supply chains are slowing." The commander nodded. "Good," he said. "They are feeling the drag." The small object dropped by the scout ship attached itself to the alien destroyer. It did not explode. It listened. It learned. Then it whispered lies into the ship's systems. Fuel levels appeared normal when they were not. Course corrections showed complete when they were wrong. The destroyer drifted slightly out of formation. No one noticed. Across the fleet, more objects were dropped. Hundreds, thousands, each one small, each one patient. The alien admirals noticed formation errors now. "Correct alignment," one ordered. The fleet tried. The corrections did not match. Some ships overcorrected, others did not move at all. The perfect lines began to bend, slightly. The human commander spoke again. "Time check." 30 seconds, an officer replied. "Begin pressure," the commander said. Deep inside human space, old relay stations activated. They sent bursts of noise into alien communication bands, not enough to block messages, just enough to delay them. Orders took longer to arrive. Replies took longer to return. Alien commanders began repeating themselves. In the alien fleet, voices grew louder. "Why is command lagging? Repeat order. I did not receive confirmation." The admirals frowned. Time, once calm, now felt heavy. A supply ship slowed. Then another. Their engines showed green status, but fuel readings were wrong. They drifted out of position. Escort ships moved to assist. That created gaps. Small gaps. The human clock changed. 00:00, 20 seconds. The commander placed a hand on the table. "Mark them," he said. Human targeting systems activated. They did not lock weapons. They locked time. They marked ships that were slow to respond, ships that hesitated, ships that waited for orders. The Aryan admirals argued. "These errors are spreading. This is not possible. Our systems are superior." One admiral felt something unfamiliar: concern. A destroyer collided with a cruiser, not hard, just enough to damage antenna arrays. Communications failed. Nearby ships slowed to avoid collision. The formation broke further. The human commander did not raise his voice. 10 seconds, an officer said. The alien fleet was still massive, still powerful, but it was no longer clean, no longer perfect. The clock reached 00:00:5. The commander spoke. "End Phase 1. At once, the small human devices went silent. The noise stopped. The lies ended. Alien systems froze, unsure what was real. Confusion remained. In the alien command chamber, the admirals stared at their displays. The fleet was still there. No ships destroyed, no weapons fired. Yet something felt wrong, very wrong. One admiral spoke slowly. "What did the humans do?" No one answered. On the human command ship, the commander looked at the clock. 00:00:00. He allowed himself one small nod. "Phase 1 complete," he said. "Enemy is off balance." He turned to his officers. "Reset the clock." A new countdown began. 00:00:12. The aliens had counted ships. The humans had stolen their first minute, and the aliens would never get it back.
The alien fleet tried to recover. Orders were sent again. Formation commands repeated. Status checks demanded. But the answers came back late, or not at all. The alien admirals stared at their displays. The numbers were still strong. The fleet was still large. Yet time felt wrong. Slow. Heavy. On the human command ship, the new countdown continued. 00:11:12.
The commander watched without emotion. "Phase 2, he said. "Confirm readiness." "Confirmed," multiple voices replied. Human ships finally moved. Not all at once, not loudly. Small groups detached from hidden positions. Some appeared close to the alien fleet. Others emerged far behind it. They did not attack. They watched. Alien sensors screamed warnings. "Human ships detected." The admirals felt relief. "Good," one said. "Now they fight." Weapons powered up across the fleet. Targeting systems locked. But before the firing order came, human ships vanished. They slipped out of sensor range like ghosts. The admirals growled in frustration. "Coward tactics," one spat. Another replied, "They waste time." That word again. Time. The human ships reappeared in new places. Closer. Too close. They released fast-moving objects. Not missiles, not torpedoes. Packages. The packages hit alien ships and broke apart. They did not explode. They spread. Tiny machines crawled across hulls and into vents. Alien crews tried to burn them away. Some succeeded. Most did not. Inside one alien cruiser, the lights flickered. Gravity shifted slightly. A crew member floated for half a second before slamming back down. Alarms sounded. "Engineering, report!" No answer. The ship drifted. The human commander listened to updates. Enemy ship group Delta slowing. Multiple internal failures reported. Command response time increasing. The commander nodded. "They are losing seconds," he said. Alien admirals began to shout. "Why are reports delayed? Why are ships out of position?" A senior admiral slammed a claw on the console. "Focus! We still outnumber them!" Human ships struck again. Quick, precise. They targeted sensor arrays, engine control points, command bridges. Each strike lasted seconds, then the ships vanished again. The alien fleet fired blindly. Bright energy beams cut through empty space. Nothing was hit. The fleet burned power. Time slipped further away. On the human command ship, the countdown reached 000700. "Begin isolation," the commander said. Human systems activated across the battlefield. False signals appeared. Fake fleets, fake commands. Alien ships chased ghosts. They turned, they regrouped, they hesitated. Each choice cost time. One alien task group broke away to pursue a human signal. It was a trap. Human ships closed in from 3 directions. They did not destroy the ships, they crippled them. Engines dead, weapons offline. The task group drifted, alive but useless. Fear crept into the alien command chamber. Not panic, something worse. Doubt. "How long has this been happening?" one admiral asked. "Minutes," another replied. The first admiral whispered, "It feels like hours." The commander spoke again. "Mark fatigue. Enemy crews showing stress indicators." Alien crews were exhausted. They had trained for long battles, not for confusion, not for waiting, not for being hunted by something unseen. A massive alien battleship tried to restore order. Its captain took manual control. For a moment, the ship stabilized. Then the power died. The ship went dark. It drifted silently. The alien admirals felt control slipping. They began issuing faster orders, shorter orders. That made things worse. Systems were already behind. Commands piled up. Nothing synced. The human countdown continued. 000400. The commander's voice remained calm. "They are chasing the moment," he said. "They will never catch it." Human ships gathered at key points, not to attack, to wait. Alien admirals finally realized the truth. "This is not battle," one said. "This is erosion." A final human strike hit alien command relays. The fleet lost shared awareness. Each ship was alone. The alien admirals tried to rally. "Hold position! Return to standard formation!" The orders echoed into silence. The human commander stood. Phase 2 ending. Enemy cohesion broken. He looked at the clock. 00:00:30. The alien fleet was still massive, still dangerous, but it was no longer a fleet. It was pieces. The clock reached 0. 00:00:00. The commander spoke. "Prepare Phase 3. He paused. Now they learn what minutes cost.
The alien fleet was breaking. Not all at once, not in flames. It was breaking in pieces. Ships drifted alone. Groups moved without orders. Some commanders acted on old commands that no longer mattered. The alien admirals tried to take control. "Rebuild the lines," one ordered, but there were no lines left. On the human command ship, the atmosphere changed. No cheering, no celebration, only sharp focus. The commander spoke clearly. "Phase 3 begins." The clock started again. 00:09:30. Human ships moved with purpose now. No hiding, no waiting. They struck where the alien fleet was weakest. The first target was supply. Human strike craft appeared near alien fuel carriers. They hit engines. They hit storage pods. Fuel leaked into space. Human ships did not stay. They vanished seconds later. Alien escorts fired back. Too late, too wide. They hit nothing. Without fuel, alien warships slowed. Some stopped completely. Others burned reserves meant for retreat. The admirals noticed. "Our supply lines are failing. Secure them." But there were too many fires, too many gaps. Human ships struck again, this time command ships. They aimed for communication towers, sensor hubs, navigation cores. Human pilots spoke little. They had one goal: end control. One alien command cruiser lost all external sensors. Its captain could see nothing. He ordered the ship to stop. Another ship crashed into it moments later. Both drifted, broken. The human commander listened. "Enemy command loss increasing," an officer reported. "Fleet response time near collapse." The commander nodded. "Good," he said. "Now pressure." Human ships changed tactics. They no longer hit and ran. They stayed longer, long enough to be seen. Alien gunners fired wildly. Energy beams filled space. Human ships moved between them, close, too close. Alien weapons could not track fast enough. Human ships attacked from above and below. They did not respect formation rules. They did not fight fair. They fought to win. The alien admirals argued. "They are reckless. They should be destroyed." A senior admiral shouted, "Why are they still moving?" No one answered. The human clock moved. 00:06:00. Alien morale cracked. Some captains stopped waiting for orders. They tried to escape. Human ships blocked them. They did not destroy them. They disabled engines, forced them to stop. Human boarding craft launched. This shocked the aliens. No one boarded ships anymore. It was considered wasteful. Human soldiers entered alien ships. They moved fast, quiet. They took control rooms. They shut systems down. They captured crews. They left. Alien prisoners stared in shock. The humans did not torture them, did not celebrate. They treated capture like a task. Finish it, move on.
The alien admirals felt fear now, true fear, not of death, of loss, loss of control, loss of certainty. The human commander spoke again. "Mark surrender signals." "Several ships attempting ceasefire," an officer said. "Ignore for now," the commander replied. "End the threat first." Human ships continued. Command ships fell silent. Weapon platforms went dark. The alien fleet shrank without explosions. One alien admiral whispered, "This is not war." Another replied, "Then what is it?" The first answered, "It is removal." The human clock showed 000300. Alien admirals tried one last move. They ordered a full charge. All remaining ships forward, overwhelmed the humans with mass. The fleet surged, disorganized, desperate. The human commander watched. He did not flinch. "Let them come," he said. Human ships formed loose groups, not lines, webs. They struck at the front of the charge, then the sides, then the back. The charge collapsed into chaos. Alien ships collided, weapons overheated, systems failed. The fleet burned itself. The human commander spoke softly. "They are spending time they don't have." The clock reached 000030. Alien admirals saw the truth. Their numbers meant nothing now. Their ships were many, but their minutes were gone. The human commander raised his hand. "Phase 3 ending," he said. "Prepare final action." He looked at the new timer. 001500. The last countdown. Far across the battlefield, human systems aligned. The final lesson waited.
The alien fleet arrived in perfect order. From a distance, it looked beautiful. Thousands of warships moved in clean lines. Every ship kept exact space from the next. No ship broke formation. No ship moved early. No ship fell behind. Alien Command believed formation was everything. To them, order meant strength. Discipline meant victory. Chaos was weakness. The human fleet was smaller, much smaller. Human ships looked messy by comparison, different sizes, different shapes. Some ships drifted slightly off path, others changed speed without warning. Alien commanders laughed. "They cannot even fly properly," one alien officer said. The alien command ship sent a clear message to all fleets. "Maintain grand formation. Do not break rank. Do not pursue. Victory will come through order." Human commanders watched silently. They did not respond. They did not attack. They only observed. Alien scanners showed no fear, no energy spikes, no weapons charging. The alien command relaxed. That was when the first human ship suddenly turned off its engine and vanished from scans. Then another. Then 3 more. The aliens assumed system failure. They were wrong. Something was happening inside their perfect formation, and they could not see it yet. Part 2. Humans study, aliens assume. The alien fleet continued forward, proud and confident. Their formation was ancient, tested in hundreds of wars. Every ship protected the next, every angle covered, every weakness eliminated, at least in theory. Humans had studied this formation for years. They knew the alien fleet always reacted the same way. They knew alien ships did not act alone. They knew alien captains were trained to obey, not adapt. Human Command sent a simple order. Phase 1. Pressure, not damage. Small human drones appeared at the edges of the alien formation. They did not attack, they only moved. Alien captains requested permission to pursue. Permission was denied. "Do not break formation," Alien Command repeated. The drones kept moving closer, closer, closer. Alien gunners tracked them, but did not fire.
Then the drones suddenly exploded, not toward the alien ships, but inward. The blast waves pushed alien ships slightly out of position. Just a few meters. Alien Command did not notice. Humans did. Part 3. The crack in the line. Alien ships began correcting their positions. But correction took time. Time required permission. Permission required command approval. Humans attacked that delay. Human ships surged forward, not in lines, but in clusters. They slipped through the tiny gaps created by the explosions. Alien sensors struggled. Targets overlapped. Orders conflicted. Some alien ships fired. Others held fire to protect formation. Humans used this hesitation. They did not destroy ships. They disabled engines. They cut communication lines. They dropped mines where ships had to move to stay in formation. Alien Command finally realized something was wrong. Reform ranks immediately, they ordered. But reforming required ships to move, and moving broke formation. The alien fleet froze. Humans did not. Part 4. Formation becomes a trap. Human ships now surrounded parts of the alien fleet, not evenly, not symmetrically, but intelligently. Alien ships protected each other so well that they could not turn freely. Turrets blocked friendly fire paths, missiles locked onto friendly hulls and refused to launch. Alien discipline became paralysis. Human pilots communicated freely. They adjusted, they adapted, they sacrificed position to gain advantage. One alien captain disobeyed orders and broke formation. His ship survived longer than the others. Alien Command saw this and panicked. Too late. Human Command gave the next order. Phase 2. Collapse. Part 5. Order dies. Adaptation wins. Human electronic warfare flooded alien networks. The command hierarchy shattered. Orders arrived late or not at all. Alien ships waited for commands that never came. Humans acted without waiting. They targeted command ships. They forced collisions. They drew gravity pulls to bend the rigid formation inward. What once looked beautiful now looked helpless. Alien officers realized the truth. Their greatest strength, perfect order, was their greatest weakness. Humans had no perfect formation, so they could not be trapped by it. The alien fleet began to fall apart. Part 6. The lesson left in space. The battle ended in silence. Wreckage drifted where perfect lines once existed. The human fleet did not chase the survivors. They did not boast. They did not broadcast victory. They left one message, open to all species. Rigid systems break. Flexible minds survive. Alien Command recorded the battle and sent it home. From that day on, alien military academies taught a new lesson. Never trust formation against humans. Because humans do not fight the shape of your fleet. They fight the thinking behind it.
The battlefield stayed quiet. No weapons fired. No engines burned. No orders echoed through space. Thousands of alien ships floated in silence, powerless and still. Emergency lights glowed faintly inside their hulls like dying stars. Human ships moved slowly among them, carefully, like calm hunters walking through a forest after the storm. On the human command ship, the clock was dark. No countdown, no pressure. The commander sat down for the first time since the battle began. He removed his gloves and rested his hands on the table. "It's finished," he said. No one cheered. They only breathed. Human crews began their work. Boarding teams entered alien ships, not with anger, not with hate, with lists. They secured reactors. They stabilized life support. They guided alien crews to safe zones. Some aliens expected cruelty. They did not find it. They found humans who treated victory like responsibility. On one alien cruiser, a young alien officer watched humans move through his ship. They spoke quietly. They helped wounded crew members. They ignored symbols of rank. The alien officer asked one question through a translator. "Why did you not destroy us?" The human soldier paused. "Because we didn't need to," he said. Then he moved on. The alien command ship remained powered, barely. The admirals gathered again, no longer proud, no longer certain, only tired. The eldest admiral stared at the silent battlefield. "We lost without losing ships," he said. Another replied, "We lost because we lost time." A human transmission arrived, clear, calm. "Alien Command, this conflict is concluded. You will remain under containment until formal terms are agreed. No threats, no insults, just fact." The admirals accepted. They had no choice, but deeper than that, they had no argument. Days later, representatives met. Human diplomats arrived in simple ships, no weapons visible, no displays of power. The alien leaders expected demands. They received conditions. Borders would be respected. No more expansion by force. No fleets without warning. Time limits on response and retreat. One alien leader asked, "Why such terms?" The human diplomat replied, "Because war should end before it begins." The alien leaders returned to their people with shame and with stories of how the humans fought. Alien historians began their work. They studied every moment. They replayed recordings. They counted again. Ships, weapons, firepower. None of it explained the defeat. Then they studied timelines, delays, response gaps, lost minutes, missed moments. They saw it clearly now. The humans never tried to beat the fleet. They beat the clock. Alien military academies changed. Old teachings were removed. New warnings were added. One sentence appeared in every strategy hall. "If humans are calm, you are already late." On Earth, the war was barely celebrated. There were no parades, no grand speeches. The commander returned home quietly. He walked through a park. He watched people live normal lives. That was the victory. A reporter once asked him, "How did you defeat a fleet so much larger?" The commander thought for a moment. Then he answered. "They were planning a war," he said. "We were ending one." Across the galaxy, the story spread. Some species feared humans. Others respected them. A few tried to copy them. None succeeded. Because they misunderstood the lesson. It was never about speed. It was about focus. It was about choosing when the battle truly begins. Years later, a young alien cadet studied the Great Defeat. He asked his instructor, "What should we have done?" The instructor answered honestly, "We should have watched the humans' clocks." The cadet looked confused. The instructor continued, "They do not fight when they are angry. They do not fight when they are loud. They fight when they are ready." And so, across the stars, a new truth became known. When humans go silent, when they stop counting ships, when they start counting minutes, the outcome is already decided. The aliens believed war was about numbers. Humans proved it was about time. And time, once lost, never comes back.